As you constantly search for methods on the internet to help you lose weight, you'll run into a slew of different tips and tricks that have very little evidence supporting it. Some are even outright strange. But there are also a good handful of them that do have scientific backing to it. One such tip deals with eating, but not in the traditional sense of what food you eat, nor how you eat it. Instead, it's about what you put your food on. Nutritional science professor Dr. Brian Wansink and his fellow professor Dr. Cowart van Ittersum observed the effects of changing the size of dinner plates and how it affected people's perception of how much they eat. They knew from a previous study that people finish about 92% of the food on their plate. So what happens if they change the size of the plate? They found that going from a traditional 12-inch plate to a 10-inch plate reduced the amount of food the subjects ate without affecting how full and satisfied they felt. These smaller meals led to a 22% calorie reduction. Hypothetically, let's assume on average that each of your meals contains 700 calories and you have 3 meals a day for a total of 2100 calories. Take 22% of that and you're eating about 450 fewer calories each day. That means that you can theoretically lose up to 48 pounds in a year simply by changing the size of your plates. But how does it work? Outside the obvious fact that smaller plates hold less food, Wansink and Van Ittersum believe that this is due to an optical trickery known as the Delboeuf illusion. This illusion affects our perception of the relative size of an object. Take these two black circles for example. You might be thinking that circle A is larger than circle B, but when you remove the larger ring closely surrounding circle A and bring the two circles closer together, you can now see that they are identical. This is the Delboeuf effect. Conversely, if the surrounding ring is separated further from circle A now looks smaller than B. You can see this optical illusion even more prominently from an Ebbinghaus illusion, which is what the Delboeuf illusion was based on. Now imagine this effect with two identical meals. Using a larger plate can make the meal appear smaller. Conversely, a smaller plate makes the meal appear larger. That means you'll end up thinking that you're not eating enough with a larger plate and eating too much with a smaller plate. But Dr. Wansink found that this only applies to a certain degree in size. Once a plate becomes smaller than 9.5 inches, subjects began picking up on the trick and ended up getting a second plate of food to compensate. 10-inch plates seem to be the sweet spot. So the obvious takeaway from this optical trickery is that it will help you eat less, which lends to portion control without the sacrifice of feeling satisfied. On top of that, eating less means less money spent on food. Hooray for your wallet! Of course, there are still other things to consider, such as simply remembering to use smaller plates, snacking way too much, going on vacations, and even emotional eating. But if simply getting smaller plates can help most of the time, it might be worth the try. If you enjoy these fitness and health videos, please come support PictureFit on patreon.com/PictureFit so I can get more and more videos out to you as quickly as possible. If not, simply liking, sharing, and subscribing will help as well. Feel free to also leave any video suggestions you have in the comments. As always, thanks for watching.